What's up, guys? This is GKCookin back with another episode. Got a fresh one here for you. We are making one of my personal favorite breakfasts. This is Cinnamon Roll Crepes. We're gonna be using a rum sauce to go over the top. It is gonna be super delicious. Do me a favor real quick, hit that like button, smash that subscribe button, and let's get this thing rocking and rolling. Alright guys, so first step, we are going to go ahead and make our batter for the crepes. Real simple, real easy. What we're gonna start out with, we have 1 cup of all-purpose flour. I'm gonna go ahead and dump this in our big bowl. Remember, always use a big bowl. 1 tablespoon of granulated sugar. I have 1/4 teaspoon of salt. I'm using pink Himalayan salt. 4 tablespoons of melted butter. Pour that in. Right here we have 1.5 cups of whole milk. Pour that in there. The biggest difference between a crepe batter and pancake batter is that crepe batter is going to be a lot thinner than pancake batter. So for those of you who have only ever made pancakes, don't be worried when you see that this is essentially a liquid instead of, you know, a more clumpy batter. So we're going to crack our 4 eggs in here individually. 1, 2. The old one-handed classic. And let's try it lefty as well, why not? Oh man, you would have thought I was left-handed, jeez. All right, awesome. That's what I mean whenever I say liquid. Next step, we're gonna go ahead and make our cream cheese filling for these crepes. What we're gonna start out with is I have 8 ounces, or essentially 1 box of cream cheese that I warmed up just enough to make it a little more creamy, that I'm gonna go ahead and get here in the bowl. Lou would love to have some of this. Right, Lou? Perfect. Got the cream cheese in there. Next, I literally have a teaspoon of vanilla extract left, and that is exactly what I need for this, so I'm super excited. We're gonna go ahead and finish that off. Next, I have 2 tablespoons of confectioner sugar, AKA essentially powdered sugar. We're gonna dump that in there. 1/4 cup of heavy cream. Go ahead and pour that in as well. And then, this is where it gets a little bit fun. We're gonna do what will equate to about 1 teaspoon of orange zest. So I'm gonna go ahead and just start essentially zesting this. What you're gonna do is just get your grater, and don't do it too long. Once you start seeing the sides of this turn white like that, that's when you know the zest is gone. Love these guys too, my little mini cheese grater. So cool. Pop that into your hand like that. Make sure you get that in there. That's how Grandma taught me. This is how we're gonna do it, okay? So we're gonna use a fork. I know it's crazy to some of y'all, but like I say, I'm an old soul. So just get in here. Not gonna take too much work. It's gonna be messy though. Be careful. I think we have it just how we want it. Really nice and creamy. If you have, you know, a mixer and you want to use that instead, go ahead. You know, I'm not gonna be mad, but I'm just doing it the way Grandma taught me. Perfect. Next step, we're gonna go ahead and make this cinnamon roll rum sauce. First, what we're gonna do is we have 1 whole stick of butter, or 8 tablespoons of butter, that we're gonna throw into our pan and go ahead and get melted over medium heat. As you can see, it went ahead and started melting up immediately, which is awesome. That's exactly what we want. Butter is melted. I'm gonna go ahead and pour in, we have a 1/2 cup of brown sugar here. Woo. I have 1 teaspoon of ground cinnamon here. Go ahead and pour that in. Also, the recipe calls for a couple of tablespoons of dark rum. So I here have Flor de Caña 7 year. This is one of my favorites. We're gonna eyeball about 2 tablespoons of rum or so. It's probably good. Maybe a little bit more, but it'll be tasty. This is what we're working with now. We're gonna let this continue cooking for another 3 or 4 minutes until we know that that alcohol has cooked out, and then we're gonna set it aside to cool while we make our crepes. Oh man. That's exactly what we want. That consistency, everything is really melted together perfectly. Let's go ahead and make some crepes. So what I want you to know is that anybody can make crepes from home. I know it's kind of intimidating. Think about it like you're making a very thin pancake, that's all. I'm gonna show you how to make crepes the way I like to make crepes, really simple. All you need is a big pan, a big hot pan, obviously. What I like to use is spray oil for this, just to make sure that you get every part of this equally covered. Real thin layer of oil all over this pan, I think is very important, instead of just doing, a dollop of butter or, a teaspoon of olive oil. I think spray really comes in handy to ensure that it doesn't stick to the pan. So I'm gonna go ahead and, as you can see, I'm just gonna give it a nice, easy spray down just like that. So I'm gonna fill up my ladle just like this, and I'm gonna go ahead and just slowly pour it into the pan. And then I'm gonna move the batter around like that, because I want it to be real thin. So as you can see, I am trying to cover as much of this pan as I can before the liquid starts to cook up. So we got it on medium heat right now. We're gonna let this cook for probably about 45 seconds to a minute and a half. It's kind of gonna be like a pancake where it starts to bubble up a little bit. That's when we're gonna flip it. Since we're doing cinnamon roll crepes, we're gonna go ahead and hit it with just a little bit more cinnamon right over the top. This part's important, right? Stay with me on this one. So what I like to do whenever I go to flip my crepes, I like to work it on each side just like this. And you're gonna see right there, I always look for part of the crepe that really starts to just come up on its own. As you can see, I'm kind of getting underneath it. So I like this side a little bit more, right? So it's really starting to come up like that. What I like to do is I like to take it by both hands like this. I like to pull it up and just quickly slap it back down just like that. Now that we flipped it over, it's honestly only gonna need another 30 seconds or so, and then we're gonna pull this off and we're gonna be ready to use it. All right, y'all, so our first crepe is done. I'm gonna go ahead and pull it out, lay it over here on a plate. We're gonna keep rocking on these guys. We're gonna do the same thing again, just flip it over. That looks awesome. Check that out. Oh, cha! Okay guys, time to assemble these crepes. So get yourself a nice workstation. I got my cutting board here. First step, grab one of your crepes. We're gonna lay it down, and we are going to get a nice dollop of our cream filling on here. Spread that, even more than that, to be honest. Get it nice and filled up. Roll that over just like that. Get in on this. So we're just gonna roll this guy up and then set it on our plate. Get a few of these, huh? Again, fill it up with a good amount of that cream. Fold it over and roll it into itself. Perfect, look at that. Oh my gosh, these things are like clouds. I'm not even kidding when I say it. They literally are like clouds, the way that they just, they're so airy, it's awesome. Alright, do that again, just like that. Get a little bit more in there. And again, gonna roll it over on itself and just roll it up real nice. Perfect. Look at that. Those look absolutely amazing. What we're gonna do is we got our sauce here, real nice and thick now. You can see just how much it has thickened up. Oh, we're gonna ladle this over the top. And a good amount, look at that, oh my gosh. Every time I have these, I literally fall in love again. It's great. Then we have our duster here, just a little bit more of that confectioner sugar. Just go ahead and tap it like that. Use your other hand just to lightly tap it. Got ourselves some amazing cinnamon roll crepes right here with that rum sauce to go over the top. Look how delicious these look right here. Check that out for real. Super excited to go and enjoy this one right now. Guys, remember, if you haven't already, make sure to hit that like button, smash that subscribe button for me. You know, again, we're doing these videos every week. I enjoy doing this for y'all. Stay tuned for the journey. And as always, that is a chop.